Hi guys, welcome back to the Block Talks. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Steven Besse from the marketing team of the Future Blockchain Summit. Hi.
Hi, great for having me.
Of course, how are you today?
Doing great, thanks.
Perfect. So let's get started. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and about the Future Blockchain Summit and what that's bringing to Dubai.
Yeah, sure. So I've been working with the Future Blockchain Summit. This is my 4th year now. We're on our 8th edition of Future Blockchain Summit. So one of the earlier editions of Future Blockchain Summit. I'm sure you're familiar with GITEX Global. Yep. It's actually the largest tech event in the world, and we were initially incubated within the GITEX Global portfolio. Mm-hmm. So after about 6 years, GITEX Global expanded and expanded and expanded. Over 200,000 visitors visit GITEX Global every year. And as technology changes, we make room for new additions within the GITEX Global. Mm-hmm. So whether we introduce coding and development with DevSlam, whether we introduce cybersecurity with our Cyber Valley, we did Xverse when the world was raving about metaverse. And so as we build new shows, we realized actually Dubai World Trade Center, as a massive venue that it is, doesn't have the space to hold all of what GITEX Global has to do. So that's when Future Blockchain Summit 2 years ago moved to Dubai Harbor alongside Expand North Star, which is the largest startup show in the world, and FinTech Surge, which is one of the premier FinTech events in the region as well. So now we have GITEX Global all in Dubai World Trade Center, and then Expand North Star, FinTech Surge, and Future Blockchain Summit at Dubai Harbor. And this year, October 12th through 15th, will be our 3rd edition at Dubai Harbor before we move all as one big family to Dubai Expo City next year.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So do they happen at the same time, GITEX and
Future? It's essentially all part of the GITEX portfolio. Mm-hmm. Happens at the same time. So Expand North Star, Future Blockchain Summit, and FinTech Surge start Sunday through Wednesday, and GITEX Global is Monday through Friday.
Okay. I actually was at the Metaverse kind of breakout that you guys had at GITEX. I think it was 2022 or
2023 that would have been, I believe.
Yeah, and I went with my university. It was so cool because I think a lot of us didn't even know what Metaverse was, and it was so engaging. The companies that were present, there were so many games that you could play, and it was just really, really nice. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the Future Blockchain Summit and what it brings to the community and what the goal is with the summit as a whole.
Sure. So as with all of GITEX, Future Blockchain Summit, the thing that separates it apart from kind of other blockchain shows, let's be clear, we don't have a shortage of blockchain and crypto events in the world, right? One of the things that we've stayed fast on is that we are focused on technology first. So we have a lot of crypto events that are focused on, what's the next token that they're going to launch, what's Bitcoin going to do next, what's the next coin that we want to invest in. Whereas we do have those things, but we are focused mostly on the technology. What are the applications and adaptations of blockchain technology? How is blockchain going to change the future of business? How is it going to change the future for you and I as consumers? What will it do for finance as well? So that's why we have FinTech Surge and Future Blockchain Summit usually side by side, because it's hard to talk about FinTech these days without talking about blockchain. And it's hard to talk about blockchain without talking about payments. Yeah. When most people are just learning about blockchain, the first thing they ask is, so I can pay for things with it? Not quite yet, not quite everywhere, but we are working on it, and it's something that we try to push to the front of the conversation, is the technology and the use cases for blockchain, not just what do you invest in order to make $1 million within the next 3 months.
Yeah. No, and I think that's becoming a trend now. People are kind of driving away from the hype that surrounds blockchain and crypto and really focusing on how can we use this to make our lives easier, which is great. So in the past, you said four years, right? This is the 4th year that this is happening?
Eighth.
8th year.
Yeah, close.
8th year of Future Blockchain Summit.
Yes.
Wow, you guys started early.
We were one of the first adopters. It was actually one of the main mandates that we needed to have a Dubai-based blockchain event.
Yeah.
Whenever VARA was created, VARA is actually in Dubai World Trade Center. So they're essentially sisters of ours, that the first virtual assets regulatory authority in the world. And Dubai wanted to be blockchain early. They were very bullish about making sure that we adopted blockchain very quickly. So that's whenever they introduced VARA, they said we need to have a blockchain event. And so 8 years ago, we started Future Blockchain Summit, and it's just grown bigger and bigger every year.
That's so cool. Okay, so I had another question, but first,
sure.
What was the point where you guys decided that blockchain was the way to go 8 years ago?
That would have been a question for our for His Excellency Hala Amari,
Wow.
but I'm not quite sure at that point where we were. So 8 years ago would have been 2017.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure at the time how did they see it coming, but they saw that something new was being introduced, something big was going to happen, and we wanted to be the first movers on it.
Yeah. Okay, so throughout the years and every year that you guys do this, what are some trends that you're seeing, and the type of companies and organizations that are getting involved? Has there been a shift towards more institutionalized organizations? What are some trends that you see that are taking place over the years that you've been doing this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, every year it's different. Every year is 100% going to be different. I mean, even if we started the year knowing what the show was going to look like, we would have to change the direction of the show before the show ever happened. You know, so whenever I first started, we were looking a lot into like metaverse. There was a lot of like gaming. People were still figuring out NFTs and not quite sure how to get involved in NFTs. And it was a lot of the consumer kind of cool facing stuff. And so if you'd have gone to the show back then, which was around when you started attending Future Blockchain Summit, it was a lot more of that like hype that you were mentioning, a lot of the exciting things, a lot of the consumer things, a lot of like, wow, this is the future. As we move forward, we started talking about NFTs and virtual assets, more of like, what is the framework around them? What's the use cases for them? How do we regulate them? What can the regulators and authorities do to make sure that we're able to move forward quicker and safely?
Yeah.
Transparent, speed, and safety were always top of mind. So that's what we built our show around, is how do we make sure that we have speed and transparency and also is safe. I think that everybody knows that these years, AI is everywhere. AI is in everything. The same way we couldn't talk about fintech without talking about blockchain, now we can't talk about anything without talking about artificial intelligence, right? So this year we're focusing a lot more on use cases of blockchain, a lot more of tokenization of real assets, such as real estate and these sort of things. We're seeing a lot in logistics, a lot of logistical uses with smart contracts. So we're doing a whole lot of things, just figuring out, okay, now that blockchain is not a new topic anymore, now that we can actually incorporate artificial intelligence into blockchain, how are people actually using blockchain now? And what are the sectors that blockchain is actually starting to infiltrate?
Yeah, no, and I think every conversation I have nowadays, people are talking about that point of contact between blockchain and AI, and everyone seems to be super bullish on it.
For sure.
I want to understand, like in the summit, is there any specific like deals or introductions that you saw happen that then turned into something big?
It's hard for us to track.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have programs that are designed specifically to make sure real deals get done. So we have the Supernova Challenge, which is wildly popular. This is probably our 10th year doing the Supernova Challenge with Expand North Star, with a $214,000 crash prize for this pitch competition.
Oh, wow.
So every year we have a whole vetting process where we get the top startups from around the world, apply and pitch on stage through multiple rounds, and the winner, or top few winners, get their share of $214,000. So this is something that comes from us and Dubai Chambers that gives them that boost without saying you need to meet somebody, draw up a contract. That's completely equity free. Just win this competition, the money is yours. We also have a corporate arena, which corporations and institutes actually come up with a challenge in which, I'm sorry, that's not what that one is. We have the corporate arena in which major corporations have an opportunity to connect with innovators where they say, okay, you have a solution to a problem that this corporation is having. Now we want to figure out how we can integrate your project into our company. So it's a great way that the best way to growth is not always just to gain funding, but sometimes it's to gain your big customer, that one customer that's going to incorporate your innovation at scale throughout its entire enterprise. We also have an investors matchmaking program, in which case is hand curated meetings that are set up between startups and investors. So actually, whenever you're a startup that's exhibiting at our show, you have an opportunity to actually be paired up with investors that are interested in specifically what it is that your company has to offer. So it is a little bit of a tricky one with events. We always want to be able to say specifically, these are the deals that happened because of us. It's kind of tough to follow up with every conversation to see who actually closed the deal, who actually bought a product from whom. But we do know that whenever we see these startups coming back year after year, we do know whenever we see the investors coming back year after year,
good
that
things are happening.
Yeah, exactly. That what we're doing is not just trying to sell hype, trying to sell excitement. We are actually having deals get done, and people appreciate the connections that are made at Future Blockchain Summit, FinTech Surge, and Expand North Star.
How many people does it take to do this? Just because we do a lot of similar things, like the investors matchmaking with the startups, and we have a whole startup program. So I know the amount of energy and resources it takes to make these things happen. And it sounds like, obviously, you guys do it on a massive scale. So how many people are involved in making GITEX happen?
Oh, we have it's an army. It's an army. We have our team of commercials. Even with the commercial team, those are divided into different sectors, different geographical regions as well. So you might have a couple commercial people who's focusing on the cybersecurity, a couple commercial people focusing on blockchain, a couple focused on the AI stage. We have the conference teams that are actually curating speakers to make sure that we have the best speakers and the audience is gaining the best insights from the world authorities on different subject matters. We have an entire team just working on delegates to make sure that the not a high net worth, but the very important people that the people want to visit their stands are actually showing up, that we're actually having high value individuals coming to the event as well. Obviously we have the marketing team to make sure that the world knows about us. You know, I always like to make the joke that whenever I'm on site and we see 70,000 people come to Expand North Star, 200,000 people go to GITEX Global, I like to look around as a marketer and say, these people know about this because I told them about it. You know, if they wouldn't know the dates if marketing didn't tell them what it was. And then of course we have our leadership setting the strategy. We have our investor relations team actually making sure that we are bringing in 1,200 investors that are active, that want to actually invest into companies. They bring them in, set up the meetings. We also launched new programs such as like the ScaleX program, specifically for scale-ups to meet investors. When you're dealing with the world's #1 startup show, you really start to see how different regions play a different role, how different sectors play a different role as well. So when you're looking at the difference between a startup and an SME and a scale-up and a unicorn, before I started working on this project, I had no idea you could just divide startups.
into sections.
A small company is now a startup. No, I'm a scale-up. Okay, no, I'm an SME. Actually, I'm a unicorn, so don't call me this. But you know, it does take an army for sure.
Wait, actually, explain scale-up to me.
Scale-ups is kind of a newer thing that we started introducing. Actually, I want to look it up to make sure I'm not waffling as well. basically, these are companies that are not necessarily brand new. So whenever we're looking at unicorns, we're looking at a startup that has grown very quickly to $1 billion valuation.
Yeah.
Scale-ups might be more like an established company that is ready to scale.
Okay.
Scale either into new verticals or to scale geographically.
Okay. We call them growth companies.
Growth companies, yeah. An SME might just be a small company, but it's not the fast growth that you expect from startups. Startups typically refer to high growth technology sort of companies. Startups become unicorns. SMEs might be like just a small technology company. They've been around for a while. They haven't really gotten very big, but you don't really call them a startup because they don't have the high growth potential.
Yeah.
Whereas a scale up might be these sort of smaller companies that are already established. They already know what they're doing. People know who they are, but now they're ready to scale, whether it's scaling into new verticals or scaling into new regions.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. I didn't know that GITEX Global does all these things in the Future Blockchain Summit. So I will definitely be attending with a different outlook this year. So as you know, every year goes by, technology is like advancing at such a rapid rate, and we're getting all these new things coming in. How do you guys decide where to put your focus every year?
It takes research, it takes conversations, it takes, having our feet on the ground. Our commercial team goes all over the world. We attend events all over the world. We have road shows all over the world. Read the news, make sure that you're up to date on everything that's happening at all times. It does take a lot of proactiveness to actually make sure that when we see something that's happening, we jump in and make sure that that's going to be a big play. Same thing whenever NVIDIA became the largest company in the world. Hey, how can we get NVIDIA? How can we make sure that these people are where we want them to be?
Yeah, okay. So my next question, I guess, would be, we're making all of this happen, and why is Dubai like the spot for all of this to happen at?
Yeah, Dubai, for years and years has established itself concretely as an ideal place for blockchain, as an ideal place for investors, as an ideal place for startups and companies that want to do something. We have the infrastructure. A lot of the free zones offer very, very appealing packages where it doesn't have a very high cost to entry. You can really just jump in and get started and kind of achieve your dreams. And I think that a lot of the dreams that these entrepreneurs have, Dubai is able to fulfill it. In the blockchain space specifically, VARA has made it a clear legal framework for how you can actually operate to say, if you do this, you're in the clear. If you don't do this, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about legal frameworks, sometimes it seems like this is like blocks. When we're talking about boundaries, it seems like this is a way to slow things down. But it actually allows a lot more freedom for innovation and growth whenever companies are able to come in here and say, if I do this, I know that I can operate as fast as I want within this framework, and I am clear. I'm verified from VARA that I am doing the right things. And it makes it to where investors and even consumers can interact with these companies and engage their services without having to worry about, is this okay? Do I know what I'm doing? Do I have the technical know-how? Do I have the wisdom to discern whether or not this is going to be beneficial, or are they trying to scam me? So if they can get a stamp from VARA saying this is a legitimate company that operates legitimately, now investments can happen a lot faster. Now, interactions and transactions can happen a lot faster because all the red lights have been removed through boundaries, if that makes sense. And so this framework that Dubai has really just set up, all the innovators for success, to make sure that whatever you could possibly need as somebody that's trying to achieve high growth, Dubai has provided that.
Okay. And what's your, how have you seen the startup environment change in Dubai over the years? Because for me, I feel like before COVID, maybe even a little before that, we didn't really have that many startups coming out of Dubai the way that it is now. I feel like it's accelerated so much. What's your view on that?
Sure. I mean, I think the startup ecosystem has just gotten so much more exciting.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I first got to Dubai, I was in the startup space a lot. Most of what you would see from the startup space at that time, from just my personal anecdotes, I mean, maybe statistics say something different, but what I would see was a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
They were, I'm going to connect doctors to insurance providers.
Yeah.
They were, I'm going to connect people that need a car to people that have a car.
Yeah.
I'm going to connect groceries to, you know, so like one of the bigger companies that came out of Dubai was InstaShop. Mm-hmm. Great app, love that app, use it all the time. It's a platform. It connects grocery stores to people at home trying to order groceries.
Yeah.
It's great. Is it technology? Is it really like innovation at its peak? Not as much. As much as I do love it, it's still a platform. And we've seen lots of platforms. With the introduction of AI, with the introduction of blockchain, with the introduction of a lot of these new fintech innovations that we're seeing, we're actually seeing real technology that's actually transforming the way that things are done. Not just connecting this user to this user, but we're actually seeing a lot of, you know, people being able to order taxis with blockchain.
Yeah.
You know, people able to, you know, have a lot of logistics and shipping using the blockchain. People using AI just to solve problems that, hey, we didn't know how to do that before. Now we do know how to do that before, you know? So that's where I see exciting, is that we're kind of in a new wave of actual technology, actual innovation, not just new applications of something we already know how to do.
Okay, yeah, that's true. When you said it, I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? That's actually true. And that's very interesting I'm so excited to see what's gonna come next, because I feel like we went from point A to point B really quickly, and we're gonna go from point B to point C even quicker. I can't even imagine what's coming.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like whenever personal computers became popular.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't think that any of us can imagine not having at least two personal computers, one in your pocket and one on your desktop, right? What is work without a computer?
Yeah.
How do you even apply for a job if you don't have a computer of some sorts to actually apply for a job?
Yeah.
You know, so the same way that I think that the computer has completely transformed how we do all things, I think AI is actually bringing us to that next phase as well.
Yeah.
How can we do things without AI? I think in 5 years it's going to be difficult to answer that question.
So when I attended in 2023, I saw so many cool things, not only like at the blockchain summit, but at GITEX itself. There were like flying cars, and it was insane. Mm-hmm. What's something from the last edition that stuck with you?
So sorry, I actually wasn't at the show last year.
Okay.
I got put on a different show, so I'm gonna do my best to answer that a little bit differently if I could. One of the things that I think that we're seeing a lot is, especially with how useful AI is. I mean, I think that we've all used ChatGPT probably today already. Yeah. Right. So AI is very user-friendly, and it's very applicable. You can use it in a lot of different domains. So I think that now we're actually starting to ask the real questions: is, are these technologies needed? Mm-hmm. Are they useful? Are they actually solving a problem that we actually have? Yeah. Right. And I think that you know, you went to Xverse. You saw all the cool stuff. It was very exciting, very engaging, very interactive. Mm-hmm. When was the last time you heard about the Xverse, or heard about Metaverse, sorry?
It's been a while.
Do you know anybody that actively spends time in the Metaverse?
No.
Not really, right? It doesn't mean that it wasn't good, and it doesn't mean that it wasn't a good technology to have, but was it useful? Mm-hmm. Was it solving a problem that we actually had? Maybe within the next 10 years, there will be a problem that Metaverse does solve.
Yeah.
We didn't see it at that time, we don't talk about it quite as much.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the cool thing about technology. And whenever you're actually like clued into what technology is doing, you stop just asking just what can be done, but what's needed to be done. Is it necessary to do these things? And as technology advances, we start to realize the useful technology stays, and the things that we don't quite need don't stick around as long.
Yeah, that's really true actually, because I remember even when we were there, there were so many different companies, and in the moment I was like, wow, this is going to be massive. It's so cool. And then now you mentioned, I didn't really hear of them after that.
Right.
So that's a very interesting viewpoint. So tell me a little bit, because when I hear GITEX, my mind goes Trade Center. Yes. Like, I feel like the two are very linked. What does that relationship look like?
Sure. So Dubai World Trade Center is a venue.
Yeah.
Right. It's a large venue. I think that we have about 40 plus halls.
Yeah.
At that venue. Because it's a venue, a lot of other events companies organize their events and use it as a venue.
Yeah.
So if you go there any given week, you'll probably see an event happening.
100%.
It may or may not have been organized by Dubai World Trade Center.
Okay.
So as a venue, it also has an exhibitions department, which actually organizes exhibitions. So exhibitions such as GITEX, such as Gulf Food, these are the events that we actually organize. Whereas you might see other events that we don't organize.
Yeah.
So that's our relationship, is that GITEX is actually hosted, organized by Dubai World Trade Center, same as Expand North Star, Future Blockchain Summit, and FinTech Surge. So it was actually a big move whenever, for the first time, Dubai World Trade Center organized event was not taking place at Dubai World Trade Center, right?
Yeah.
And that same year, GITEX Global actually became global. So I'm not sure if you're familiar that year we actually launched GITEX Africa.
Yeah.
And Morocco.
I saw that.
And it has just doubled and doubled every year that we've done it. And I hope that I don't leave out any other GITEXs, but now we're doing GITEX Africa, GITEX Nigeria, GITEX Kenya, GITEX Europe in Berlin, GITEX Asia in Singapore, GITEX DigiHealth in Thailand, GITEX Kazakhstan, and we are now, after 40 plus years of GITEX Global bringing the world to Dubai, now we're bringing GITEX Global to the world as well.
That's so cool. Our offices is actually in the convention tower.
Yes, I do, yes.
So whenever we know GITEX is happening, we always joke that we have to sleep at the office because it gets so crowded. Everybody's there all day and it's so lively. So I'm really actually excited for it this year.
We do our best to help with the traffic. We know that traffic is a little bit tough.
The organization is great actually, like relative to the amount of people that show up. It's not that bad, but it's just, we always joke around, the GITEX is like the most crowded time at Dubai World Trade Center. It's when you have the most people there. Yeah,
we have a lot of help from RTA and Dubai Police. We have our own traffic department. So, honestly, they do a really great job.
Another department.
Yeah, we do have a department just for traffic, by the way. But they do a really great job of making sure people get in and out as quickly as possible. We have shuttles that run from Dubai Harbor to GITEX Global as well. We have shuttles that take people from remote parking spaces into. So we do what we can. We know that there's a lot of traffic. Some of the news outlets only cover the traffic. I'm like, we are the largest tech show in the world, so you might want to say that, but you can talk about the traffic if you want.
I think it is. It's GITEX and Gulf Foods that get super, but I think it's a good sign. It's like everybody wants to be there.
It's a little bit of double-edged sword as event organizers. We love traffic, but also we hate that our users have to experience traffic.
Yeah, but I think that just shows from an organization standpoint, you guys have I think it's very smooth considering the amount of people and the amount of things that you're doing. I didn't even know about the whole startup investor side of things. Now that I do, I can only imagine how hard the team works. So props to you guys. It's really cool. Thank you for being here today.
Of course.
It was really nice speaking with you and learning more about the Future Blockchain Summit. I do want to just give the viewers the dates, time.
Join us at Future Blockchain Summit and FinTech Surge, co-located with Expand North Star at Dubai Harbor from October 12th through October 16th, and GITEX Global, located at Dubai World Trade Center from October 13th through October 17th.
And of course, the blog is going to be there as well. So make sure you pass by and say hello to our team. And thank you for watching. And of course, as always, thank you to Web3 TV for its beautiful studio.